Yeah, slightly behind on the schedule today, but we'll get all of this information into the program and complete our interviews for this morning. A story coming out through Eyewitness News: the High Court in Pretoria has ruled that private nursery schools can now open again, so long as they comply with the necessary safety procedures. And this case has been brought to the courts by Solidarity and SA Child Care, who was admitted as a friend of the court. I'm now joined by Mr. Arno van der Merwe from the SA Childcare team. He's the CEO there. Good morning, sir. Welcome to the program.
Good morning. Thank you very much for having me.
All right. So the basis of this case, why did you guys go to court?
We engaged the department, and we felt that the due they were not the urgency were not there. So we did engage with them first. We did not find urgency there. Our stats showed that our sector is in a big problem, and time is not on our side. And when we did not get any proper feedback from them, then we decided to go the route of the court and join Solidarity in the court case as friend of the court.
And the matter that you brought before the court, what was the actual matter? What was the content of it? And obviously the outcome.
Right. Well, so what we have asked for the judge is for all nursery schools or ECD centers or partial care centers, if you like, to open on the 6th of July. That was what we asked for, and that is what we got. On Monday, when he made his ruling, he said all ECD centers may open up immediately. And as you have rightly said, that they should adhere to safety measures. So that should be in place. So that is correct. That's what we asked for, and that's what we got. And we were over the moon. We really, our sector was in a big problem, and if time was not on our side, if the schools were only allowed to open 3 weeks after the ruling, we would have seen about 40% of nursery schools closing down, and then we would have a problem.
There are a number of public schools, in fact, that have now closed down after reopening and then finding out that teachers have contracted the virus, or kids have it, or staff members have it, and then they've closed down once again. There's also a growing number of parents out there who are saying that children should not be allowed to come back to school, and that they feel more safe with their kids at home. We also have people like Musi Maimani, for example, and his new movement that are petitioning government to once again close down schools completely until there's better control around the virus. Do you think that going up against that kind of sentiment, many private schools will take the opportunity to reopen now?
Yes. Look, Musi Maimani's case was heard last week on Friday, and they threw it out. So the courts looked at all the information that's available, and they've decided that he does not have a case. There was a lot of research done, and again, people have their different opinions, and rightly so. There's a lot of research that has been done already that shows that children, small children, there's from babies up to maybe 5-7 years, which is our portion of the children that we cater for in nursery schools, that they are not that susceptible to the coronavirus, and that also they do not really transfer it over to adults. So if you look at that research, what we have found is that there is some parents that's concerned, and rightly so. And then there's parents that said, look, I need to go to work and I don't have a proper safe place for my child to go. I need to send him to school. Again, it depends on what the parents, what information they got, and which directed them in terms of what they think of the situation. Look, in schools, the government, there's protocols, there's safety measures that has to be in place. And from the Department of Education, we got a great document, a standard operating procedure document. From there, there's a self-assessment form that needs to be filled in. And the safety protocols is neatly showed there, and they need to adhere to that. So I believe that the nursery schools will be a safe environment, as safe as we can make it. Obviously, Corona is not gone. It is a reality, but the schools is safe. It's sanitized. The staff know what to do. The children will be taught in their way, in terms of play, how to do social distancing. And we're not saying that social distancing will be easy for a 3-year-old or a 2-year-old, but we know that the staff members know what they're doing. They are trained to work with kids. They love kids, and they will do the best they can do. And I think through songs and play, we would get to a situation where we can create a great, safe environment for the kids in nursery schools.
Mr. Van der Merwe, finally, if I can ask this question, and hopefully you'll be able to answer if it's within your realm of expertise. The need for children to interact with each other and socialize at that young age, to have friends, to be able to talk to somebody. Right now, they're trapped in their homes. Some of them, unfortunately, are from underprivileged areas, maybe on the streets, or just running around communities. Some are just isolated; they have nobody to talk to. How important is that socializing and the reopening of schools, the role that it plays in that?
It's not just important, it's crucial. A child, especially in their younger years, they need to socialize. The cognitive development of certain skills that they need to learn needs to happen in this space of their age. If it does not happen, unfortunately, they really forfeit the opportunity to learn that things, because it's specific to their age. So it's crucial for them to get back and to socialize and to learn and to develop skills. Another point is as well, there's a lot of kids, as you have mentioned, that they're playing around in the streets. That's not safe at all. There's some children that the only proper plate of food that they received was from the nursery school. So now they're malnutrition. That's a problem. So overall, we weighed up all the risks pertaining to the virus as well as pertaining to opening up, and we feel strongly that to open up is the best for our children and for the staff members and for the school owners as well.
Masano van der Merwe of SA Childcare, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.